What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with another Bonnie Tyler reaction. And as I shoot this, I don't actually know if there's been any notable updates on her condition. Obviously, I'm hoping that she can make a full recovery and perhaps is more in the process of doing that than when I shot the last Bonnie reaction. But in the case that she's still in a comatose state or still in danger in a more serious sense, then obviously I'm sending all of the best wishes to her and her family and hoping for the best resolution one way or another. Nevertheless, I am excited to listen to another Bonnie song that is on this second Greatest Hits compilation, and I think it's the second to last tune. So yes, ultimately I hope I'll be able to figure out a way, find some release that we can continue the Bonnie journey after that. Nevertheless, the penultimate tune on this compilation is My Guns Are Loaded. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm inclined to think of this more literally, but perhaps it'll function on multiple levels, like, the guns of passion, or, she's ready to fire in a more conceptual or figurative sense. But yeah, it would not surprise me if this is actually a literal reference. Let's give it a listen and see what I can pick up. This is Bonnie Tyler, the track is My Guns Are Loaded, and it's included on a Greatest Hits compilation, which I think is just called Greatest Hits. So here we go, Bonnie Tyler, My Guns Are Loaded. Shorter one. God, I will say though, vocally, it strikes me because this is clearly post-surgery, because her voice has that extra bit of scratch. I mean, the last couple, I haven't noticed it as much, but this one was definitely a scratchier vocal performance. And again, I love that quality of her voice, and it's been a very interesting journey where, going into this journey, which began with the very best of CD provided by Michaela, I had a sense that she had a very powerful voice, but I did not recall, to the level that it is true. And I hadn't been thinking about that rasp. So, yeah, once I started going through that compilation CD, it was like, damn, like, this voice is even crazier than I remembered. And in particular, the scratch and the rasp, the fire of her voice. And, people quickly mentioned that, that it's a quality that became very pronounced after she had surgery. So yeah, the scratch is heavy in this one, and that is a great thing. Secondarily, is like an accordion or something in there. There's a little piano run, and there's a kind of like folk country feel to it overall. But definitely, like, there was a layer. I was like, is that an electric keyboard? Like, no, maybe that's an accordion. So yeah, there's an instrument in here that I wasn't quite sure. It was even like, is it a, like an organ, like a almost like a saloon organ or something, but I do think maybe there's an accordion in there. Either way, it is a figurative usage, though it's interesting because it's kind of like she's talking about shooting this guy. She's got her sights on him, and her guns are loaded, ready to fire, but it's like Cupid's arrow, except, using a metaphor of a gunshot rather than an arrow. But yeah, it's like she's saying, I've been dreaming about you holding me on a starry night. I've been dreaming about, being in your arms and, being with you. But I'm tired of dreaming now because it's nothing to do. I'm tired of dreaming about you because it's not the real thing. And now she has her mind made up. She's making her move, and she wants to feel his love tonight, which again, like, saying tonight gives it a more immediate, like, physical context, though I do think she's talking about, having, as she says, a permanent place in his heart. So yeah, it's not entirely clear whether he's aware of her interest in that regard, maybe even aware of her more generally, or whether, like, maybe, he's given some positive feedback, but he's been a bit reluctant to, like, take, the plunge, so to speak, and get involved with her more fully. But she's saying, she's tired of waiting for it. She's tired of just visualizing this. She wants to make it happen. So she's got her love guns loaded, and she's coming firing tonight. So yeah, I enjoy the, like, metaphor of the song. And again, great vocal performance. Curious about that instrument, which, I'm going to hypothesize that it was in fact an accordion, but definitely some cool, like, layering of the song sonically beyond that. So in any case, let me know what you think. Best wishes to Bonnie, and I will see you next time. Peace.